Hi everyone, welcome back to the MNS Cards YouTube channel. My name is Michael. I am a full-time Pokemon card seller, and today I just got back one of the best submissions I ever have from PSA. It was a 61 card submission, really good gem rate, and some really nice cards in here. So let's take a look at them. To start it off, we have Ethan's Typhlosion in a 10. I barely have any luck grading illustration rares typically, so really happy to get this one in a 10 from Destined Rivals. Such a great set. Next up, we have Team Rocket's Houndoom in a 9. Was not able to get the 10 on this one. Not really surprised. This is the third one I've graded and 3 9. So that's unfortunate. And here we go. Another 9. Team Rocket's Meowth. Yep, just illustration rares are so hard to grade, especially at least for my luck, so that's all right. Then we starting to get some more 10s, some more Destined Rivals cards. So Cynthia's Garchomp EX. Really happy to get this one in a 10. Such a great card and just beautiful artwork from probably one of the best sets from Scarlet and Violet era. More Destined Rivals. We got Team Rocket's Crobat EX in a 10. So another great artwork from Destined Rivals. Happy to see that in a 10. More Destined Rivals. Team Rocket's Moltres EX. I know that this card has kind of gone down in value since the release of the Rocket's Moltres UPC, but I still think it's a great artwork. I like it without the stamp. I think it looks quite a bit cleaner. So just really happy with this one, getting it in a 10. So lots of 10s in a row, especially on EX cards. They're hard to grade in my experience, at least harder than Scarlet and Violet. So happy to see this one get the 10. Then from Surging Sparks, we have Milotic EX SIR. Happy to see that one in a 10. This one's another one that's been relatively hard for me to grade. I have about a 50%, 10 percentage, I think, on this card, so happy to see that in a 10. Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. So just shiny Charizard and SIR artwork, like, can't go wrong with this card. So happy to see that one get the 10 as well. Then one of the bigger cards from the submission, Lugia V in a 10. This card, it is so good. I love Gen 2. It's my favorite. Lugia, just great artwork. So happy to see this. It's getting harder and harder to find these in Gem Mint raw condition, so happy to get this one added. Then Zapdos EX 151 is notoriously difficult to it's very difficult to grade, so I've had a little bit of luck with the Zapdos EX. You probably under 50% 10s from what I've graded, but still got a 9. That's all right. Then getting into some Scarlet and Violet cards, Mewtwo V-Star in a 10. This card's really shooting up in popularity and value right now, so happy to see that one get the 10. Espeon VMAX Alt Art. This is one of my favorite evolutions from the Sword and Shield era. So just really happy getting this one. Second most popular. Well, it's the second most valuable card in Fusion Strike, so I'm guessing it's second most popular, but one of my all-time favorite cards from the Sword and Shield, just Espeon laying on the house, just such great artwork. Then we get some gold from Crown Zenith. We got the Dialga V-Star in a 10. And then we got the Dialga V-Star in a 9. Yeah, it looks like centering left to right and top to bottom's off, so not really that surprised that this one got a 9. Another big card, Dragonite V in a 10, Alt Art from Evolving Skies. I love this card, like Sleepy Dragonite. This one is going into the long-term inventory / personal collection, so really happy to see this one get the 10. Then not the alt art, but I think this is considered well, I guess it's probably not considered a full art, but still Lugia V in a 10 from Silver Tempest. Not great as the alt art, but still really good artwork of Lugia. Another Lugia V in a 10. And getting into some trainer galleries, Brilliant Stars Sylveon V. Just really nice artwork, very clean. I actually like the black borders on these cards. I think it just kind of makes the artwork pop with all the colors and then the dark border, so really happy with that. And back-to-back 10s from Brilliant Stars. Love to see that on the Sylveon V. And Sylveon V Max in a 10. So got the Sylveon V Max and the Sylveon V sequential. So probably sell these as a set and someone can pick those up and get both cards out of their collection at once. And then Starmie V in a 10 from Astral Radiance. So this will probably, well, I don't know about probably, but I think there's a shot that this one becomes the most expensive card from Astral Radiance. And it might be pretty close at this point. Machamp probably still has it beat a little bit, but really happy to get this in a 10. Just great artwork. Maybe some popularity with Starmie coming up with the release in perfect order. So we'll see how this card does, but I'm pretty much selling these as quick as I can get them. It's a really popular card right now, so got to sell it while the popularity is there. All right, on to the next stack. We've got Starmie V in a 10, so back-to-back Starmie Vs and 10s, very nice. Umbreon V Max in a 10, really happy with that. Mew V Max in a 10, so this card, it's really hard to tell condition on these. I always think there's something weird going on with the surface, but you know, I think that is just kind of the texture and artwork on the card with the black background, so I don't know, happy to get the 10. And got another 10 Rayquaza VMAX Trainer Gallery. So not as popular as the other Rayquaza VMAXs, but I still like the black and green and gold on these. I think it's a great artwork. It's not as popular, but I still think that it can be appreciated and someone will be interested in it. Then another Rayquaza VMAX. Now this is the artwork I'm talking about. Trainer Gallery, just such good artwork. This card is so good. It skyrocketed in value, crashed, and it's kind of stabilized. So hopefully this card, I think it'll do well over time, but this one will be for sale. Mimikyu V in a 10. So Trainer Gallery, I mean, what can you say? Mimikyu, it's great artwork from Brilliant Stars. So just really nice card. Pikachu V from Lost Origin. Lost Origin has had quite the price ride on the sealed box recently, but I mean, it's just got some beautiful cards in it. I'm hoping I can pick some sealed up before too long, but Lost Origin, Pikachu V in a 9 or a 10. Snorlax VMAX from Sword and Shield base set. So we didn't have trainer galleries when this card came out, but still a very nice full art black border. So happy to get this one in a 10. Back to some more alt arts. We got Chilling Reign, Galarian Moltres V in a 10. So Chilling Reign, not really the most popular set when it came out. There was so much of it printed. Blaziken VMAX still holds the top spot, but I think this card is number 2 right now, so really nice to get that in a 10. We got Mew V in a 10. This card has been kind of hard for me to grade. I'm probably about 50% on 10s versus 9s, and I think that it's just the centering on some of these Vs and Sword and Shield's really hard to get it right, but this one they thought it was good enough, so happy to get that in a 10. Glaceon V from Evolving Skies in a 10. I think that all these alt arts from Evolving Skies will just do well over time, especially as the box gets more and more expensive, and is just a great artwork. You see Glaceon kind of living in what would be the real world, so really cool artwork, and love to see it in the 10. Then Galarian Slowking V has a really nice Komiya artwork. Komiya has gained in popularity, and this card's kind of been stagnant, but it had its run, and still just kind of a fun artwork from Chilling Reign. Again, Chilling Reign, there was a lot of it out there, but still just some really unique artworks, especially in the Sword and Shield era. Got a 9 on the Origin Form Dialga V alt art from Astral Radiance. I'm not exactly sure why. Centering looks decent enough, maybe a little tilted, but still a nice card, and I'm sure someone will appreciate it in a 9. Charizard V from Champion's Path in a 10. Like, it's shiny Charizard, don't overthink it. The artwork might not be the craziest, especially compared to some of the alt arts, but it is still a shiny Charizard, so there's demand out there. Mewtwo V alt art from Pokemon Go. And Pokemon Go is one of those sets that it's just never really had the popularity, but it's a Mewtwo. It's an alt art. Like overall, this card reached a price that I didn't really think it was possible. I think it's about $200 right now, and that still seems kind of crazy for a card from a set that no one really liked and people generally trashed. But there's popularity there, and it's Mewtwo. We're going to be getting into quite a few Crown Zenith cards. We got Suicune V and a 9. That's unfortunate. Would have liked to get the 10. Quite a few Entei Vs, I think, coming up. Entei V and a 10. And just really, really nice artwork. These cards are very affordable. Well, I don't know about very affordable, but relatively affordable. The pull rates in Crown Zenith were just crazy. So there were so many hits coming out of packs, and this was one of them. And I mean, it looks good. It feels good to open it. So really nice artwork. Happy to get it in a 10. Back-to-back Entei Vs and 10s. Then we got the Raikou V in a 10. Not as nice of artwork. I don't think that there's as much going on in the background of this card as the Entei, but still really nice artwork. Fun to open, and happy to get that in a 10. Simisear V. This card had a weird run a few months ago, and I mean, I get it. It's a fun card. Like, you can see all the other Simisears in the background, but this card, it went up in value way faster than I thought it would, so happy to get this one in a 10. We got the Origin Form Palkia V-Star in a 10. And we also have the Origin Form Dialga V-Star in a 10, so sequential there. And to add to that, we have the Giratina V-Star in a 10. And the Arceus V-Star in a 10. So we got all 4 sequential 10s, so this one's probably going to be sold as a set, so if somebody wants to pick them all up, add them all to their collection at once, this set will be available for them. Alright, on to the last stack. We got Mewtwo V-Star in a 9. And Mewtwo V-Star in a 10. Darkrai V-Star in a 10. This is another one of those cards. It looked like it had a bit of a buyout. I mean, it's really cool artwork and really nice finish on the card, so I can see why there's popularity. Darkrai doesn't really seem like the most popular Pokemon to me, but, if there's demand for the card, who am I to argue with them? Got another Simisear V-Star in a 10. Charizard V-Max from Shining Fates in a 10. Again, it's Shiny Charizard. Don't overthink it. This Shining Fates was printed pretty much into the ground, so a lot of these cards out there, but it is Charizard, it is a Shining Charizard, and it is a 10, so there's popularity. Now, Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze, not Shining, but this was one of the cards that it was such a big chase when Darkness Ablaze came out. It was before the alt arts hit, so I think that this is actually the first one that I've graded from Darkness Ablaze in a 10, which is crazy because, I mean, there's always been at least some popularity for this card, but it felt like it was going to crash for a while, and I didn't really touch it, and then we kind of moved on from Darkness Ablaze, and I'm finally at a point where I feel like I can come back to it, and there's enough spread between the raw and graded values, so I started to pick a few of these up and grade them, so happy to get that one in a 10. Rainbow Glaceon VMAX in a 10. So again, Rainbow's not really the most popular. I think that there will be a time where they kind of come back and people start to appreciate them, but they're just, when it's compared to the alt arts, there's just not much popularity for them, which I understand. I would rather have an alt art than a rainbow, but I still think that there is some appreciation that can be given to the rainbows, and I think over time there's a chance that they will increase in popularity, but I wouldn't really buy them and hold them. I think other things will do better, but I think that I will continue to grade them because I think there will be enough demand that people will want these cards in the future. And some Celebration, Shining Magikarp in a 10. So, love the reprint artworks. I'm curious to see how Celebrations is going to do with the 30th anniversary coming up. See if people want to go back and relive the 25th. And I think there is a chance of that. And just generally more people getting into the hobby. They may come back and realize that, hey, I had Shining Magikarp when I was a kid, or it's a really cool card, and I can't afford the version that came out in Neo Revelation, so I'm going to go and just pick up the Celebration, still get a really nice holo on the card, so I think that there's a chance in the next couple months these Celebrations cards will see a really nice pop of people coming back and wanting to enjoy some of the vintage cards, but not having to shell out the vintage or the price tag for the true vintage cards. So did get 1 and a 9, and then got 1 and a 10. So 2 out of 3 on the Shiny Magikarp, not too bad. Got Flying Pikachu VMAX. So again, a reimagined artwork from the original Flying Pikachu. They made it full art, made it fun, and just a really nice card. It's relatively cheap, so people can enjoy this card for not a very high price tag compared to a lot of the others, and it's still fun. It's still a Pikachu, so lots of popularity with this. I like the card, so happy to get this 1 in a 10. And speaking of ways to enjoy the vintage artwork without having to shell out for the vintage price, Charizard from base set. Like, the base set Charizards are on such a crazy run, especially with the vintage boom right now. This card has been on a crazy run. I've seen auctions ending in like the $600-700. So who knows what this card's going to do going into the 30th. I think that the next month or two is going to be wild. But yeah, happy to get this 1 in a 10. Did get the Celebrations Charizard in a 9. Didn't get the 10, but you know, still lots of popularity and someone can enjoy this 9. Birthday Pikachu in a 10. Again, another vintage artwork redone for Celebrations. Really cool card. Mega Rayquaza EX. I was not around when Roaring Skies came out, so didn't get to appreciate it originally, but really nice reprint artwork. Rayquaza is popular, and I think that if there's a set that comes out that has a Rayquaza in it, like it's rumored to be, this card could shoot up in value. So it will be interesting to see how this card does over time. And the Lone Japanese card, Pikachu VMAX in a 9. I generally talk about how Japanese is relatively easy to grade, but not on this one. 0 for 1 on Japanese. So overall, 51 out of 61 10s. That's crazy. I'd never really expect to get that high of a 10 percentage, but I got the right grader on the right day, or the 10 button got stuck down at PSA. But for whatever reason, it doesn't really matter. They're 10s now, so really happy with that. So this is one of those. I had a really good submission, and right before this, I had a bad submission. So that's how it goes with PSA. Sometimes you get the right grader, sometimes you get the wrong grader. But, you know, you take the good with the bad and keep on pushing forward. So I'm going to get these listed on my eBay, and most of them will be available for sale. I think I'm going to hold on to the Dragonite V for a little while, but rest should be up for sale. So if you want to check those out, I would appreciate it. And thanks for hanging out. Again, this is one of the best submissions I've ever had. Was really excited to get the grades back and the cards. Like, just some really nice stuff in here. So I appreciate you hanging out. So with that, I need to get these listed. So I've got things to do. I'm sure you do too. So get after it and have a good one.